everybody. It's episode 184 of the Fleece and Harmony Woolcast. And if you're watching it on the day that it's published, it's October 17th. So welcome. As usual, we've started again recording in the yarn shop, in the woolen mill, on the sheep farm in Belfast, Prince Edward Island. Canada. Right, Canada. And we probably would have a little bit of a shorter episode this week, maybe. Who knows where we ramble.
I didn't bring anything.
Oh, you didn't bring anything?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. Well, Betsy's part will be short. I only brought one thing. It's going to be the Simone show. Again. Anyway, we will have a farm update because quite a lot happened. It was a long weekend here. It was Thanksgiving weekend. And we're going to talk in the shop update about what's happening for the Fibre Festival because that's really been our focus. It's been a little bit nutso. And we still have the Teasdale's knit along, which there's a lot of posts.
Yes.
Yeah, I was in there the other day and it was like, people are really inspired by that one.
Yeah, it's always fun to find a knit along that people clearly wanted to do.
Yes, so, they were just looking for an excuse to make a mind-numbing shawl.
Yeah.
Is it mind-numbing? No? Oh, okay.
I don't need an excuse for a mind-numbing shawl.
Yeah, I know. I actually just saw this sweater pattern this morning. What's her name? The designer, if I don't have it right, is it Xanta Knits?
Oh, yes, I know which one you're talking about.
Did you see her latest design? No. She knit it in 2 weeks. Okay. I'm like, come on.
Okay.
It's an all over color work. It is the chart is 130 rows.
Okay.
Yeah. So even she said you need to concentrate, but if you want to really like get down and so it
sounds like, a midwinter, stay home, snow is blowing, stay focused kind of
when
deal.
You've got nothing else to do because it will take over your life but it's actually kind of the project that I'm thinking once I get this blanket done that I might embark on. But I think she's using like a very fine fingering, probably knit on a 2.5 or something like that. But anyway, it's quite something. If I can find the picture again.
You're the master of modification though, so you'll find a yarn that you like and be like, well, I'll just knit it in this.
You're trying to convince me of that every episode now, but it's not true. It's master of
It's true. Look, you've got that hinterland up there.
What?
The hinterland was knit in worsted.
Oh, you mean yarn substitution?
Yes.
I can not the actual pattern modification and not something like this. Yeah, not something like this. Anyway, we'll get to the farm update and when we're doing talking about our projects, remind me about the low armpits.
Okay.
Because there's a whole big thing going on about that.
Okay.
Yes.
Got it.
All right. So just remind me about it.
Okay.
So, Betsy, I think you had the most exciting long weekend.
I did. Well, I don't. Yours made. I loved what we did. Yeah. So, my family and I took the opportunity to go and drive the Cabot Trail on Cape Breton at the absolute perfect time of year.
Yes.
Because the trees were gorgeous.
Yes.
The red this year is almost like a luminescent magenta.
Yes.
It just pops everywhere and it's so gorgeous. So we went up and down and around and switchbacks on the mountains in the Highlands of Cape Breton.
Right.
And I said to Kim and Ken this morning, if I hadn't have chosen PEI and I went to Cape Breton first, I think that's where I'd be.
Yeah. Until the winter.
And
we were having a little chat this morning about the roads in the winter because my uncle he worked in the park. He was a manager in the park, but he took his turn doing the snowplow operations in the winter.
I cannot imagine taking a snowplow down some of those hills.
Yeah.
That takes nerves.
Yeah. So I've been around the Cabot Trail so many times now that it's not as shocking as it might be for somebody that's new.
There was a few times where this was what I was doing.
At what part?
When you come around a switchback
Yeah.
And the railing is there, but you can't actually see down yet. So
Yeah.
all you see is this, what looks like a massive drop and the ocean.
Yeah.
And it looks like you're going to drive straight off the cliff and into the ocean.
Yes,
Those
yes.
points are the
Yes.
ones that were getting me.
So I was telling, have you been around the Cabot Trail?
Yes.
A few times? Many.
No, not many, just a few.
A few, okay.
Just a few.
So my grandmother lived at the beginning of the Cabot Trail. So we went, every time we went to visit her, we always took a drive around. Like there's a chocolate shop that we like. Yeah. Did you go there?
If it's the same one, it's like in what looks like a little old church or school
Yeah.
building. It is. It's for sale.
Oh.
Yeah. So you better get out there one more
Yeah.
time.
Actually, I think a customer told me
They
that.
had in there a really old, I think it was from 1790 something, grand piano that
Oh, okay.
Matthew got to sit down and just do a little bit of tinkling on
okay.
the ivory. So it was beautiful.
Yes.
And yes, the girls got their chocolates.
Yes, and it was art and chocolate.
It
and
is
then
still.
the chocolate kind of took over, I think.
They still have art in there. It's it was water paints and some photography as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have pictures from probably my grandmother's time because she was a great amateur photographer. She took pictures of everything. And it was, my mom was going, their family went around the Cabot Trail when it was still a dirt road.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That also would be like,
Yeah, I think it would have been in the 50s, like the late 50s, and no guardrails.
now people would have been more respectful and driven slower. Like,
Yes, they weren't going 80 kilometers an hour.
I was going to
but,
say,
yeah.
there's a lot of times where the signs have to tell you to slow down,
Yes.
which if you were driving in the 50s on dirt roads, you would have been driving that slow to
Yes.
start with.
No guardrail. Did I mention the no
did.
guardrails?
You
Yeah.
did. I can't imagine.
And they tent it all along, and I'm not sure how developed the national park infrastructure was at that point, but I was telling Betsy, and I've told this story before, is that when my grandfather came back from the war, he became a park warden, and they actually lived in, you went by Pleasant Bay, and it twigged something in your memory, you said.
I thought it was where your cottage was. But
Yeah,
no,
no.
it was where your grandparents
Yeah,
were.
so they were getting isolation pay then. And so it's hard to believe now that the whole mountain burned. And the fire, I think the forest fire there lasted 2 years, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
And people were, so it must have been in the early, I don't know, late 40s or whatever, somewhere, I'm not quite sure of the dates, but the whole mountain burned. And the firefighters were living in the house that my grandparents were offered by the park to live in, because they have accommodations, like you have a house. The warden has a house with the national park. And I told this story, I know before, but I love the story because it really kind of puts things in perspective. Is my grandmother was a fastidious housekeeper. Everything was just so. And she was on her hands and knees with a piece of glass, scraping off 2 years of firemen living in the house. And the soot and what, I don't think they were taking their shoes off when they came in over the hardwood floors. And she was scraping it with broken glass. It's how to get all that off so she could refinish it. And she was complaining, and my grandfather said to her, "Mary," that's what he would say when it was
okay.
"Mary, there's no bombs falling on our head. We're just
Yeah.
fine." And she said, "I never complained again," which I find really hard to believe. Because she was a character. But that's what she said, and I thought, yes, that's right. Yeah.
Perspective. Right?
Perspective, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a beautiful little house because it's like down in a hollow, and when you're coming around there, it's it's on the trail itself. So the Cabot Trail and all the maple trees are all around it and everything. But there's so many views like that.
I should have looked at a photo before we went,
Yeah.
because I'm sure I went past it, but I wouldn't have known which it was.
Yeah, and it could have been different. They don't. I think there's in some places along there you still have the wardens living in a house, but I'm not sure in there because now it's when my grandparents first moved there. There's a story of my grandfather getting on the snowshoes to walk however many miles it was to the post office by snowshoe, and coming back from the post office, wherever it was, I can't even really remember, he saw mountain lion tracks following his snowshoe tracks.
Okay.
So
I definitely like, I'm sure there's wildlife out there, but with the activity that was going on this weekend and just...
They headed for the hills, probably.
I'm pretty
literally.
Sure. So, well, we did see some signs for black bear, and I've been in other areas that's black bear area. It must not be too bad along the trail because the garbage that gives it away.
Yeah.
You know right away how a garbage is set up, whether they have bear concerns or not. And these garbages, they would have been like really easy access. So I don't think where we were staying and going, I'm assuming they don't have bear issues.
Yeah. There is wildlife there though. And they have coyotes that are not the same. Well, somebody told me we have the same coyotes in Nova Scotia, but I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. We talked about this last time probably because we were talking about Anyway, so you had a wonderful and it was perfect. Like the timing was perfect.
Absolutely perfect weather.
Yeah.
The mornings were crisp, but by the time the sun came up, we were just hiking in sweaters and gorgeous sunshine. It was beautiful.
Now you make me want to go again.
Well, it was good.
Yeah. Next year, the Fibre Festival, it will be back to the time when we intended it to be, which is the first weekend in October. So that means the next weekend, right after the Fibre Festival, will be right in the peak when there's Celtic Colours.
Go take a trip down memory lane.
Yes. So we tried to do that last year, my mom and I, but we were too late.
Yeah.
Most of the leaves were really off the tree, or because after it turns, they have their last hurrah of splendor, then they just become brown dead leaves. So that's what we saw mostly. And everybody was saying to us while we were going around, they were saying, oh, it's too bad you weren't here last week. Yeah, right.
Thanks.
Rub it in.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, and so the kids were worried that they might not like it, but they loved it.
They did, They were, I mean,
impressed.
It's still a few hours in a car, so there were some moments that they were napping, but they were also getting out and taking photos when we did it.
Always a good
lookout points and stuff. So
yeah. And what did you do?
I ran a lot of trails.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I heard you had a race with a raccoon this morning. Yes. Who won?
I did. I startled him. He was just coming up out of the ditch, and I started running away from him because it's like, oh crap, there's a raccoon right there, and it's dark, and I've got my headlamp on, and he was startled, and he starts running, but he ran in the same direction. And so I'm like staring at him, and he's looking at me going like, okay, what are we doing here? So he finally peeled off into the ditch, and I won.
He gave up. Cute, though.
They really are, and he was so fat.
Oh,
getting ready for winter.
Yes.
Yeah,
can they run fast?
Well,
oh, okay.
but neither can I, so it's all good.
Yeah. Because skunks can run deceivingly fast.
Just like do the kind of that belly dance.
I think it's their tail too that makes it look all wordy.
Yeah. So they look like an animal that can't move very fast, but when they can get going. Yes, but I know an animal that doesn't move very fast, and that's a porcupine.
Oh, really?
We don't have them here.
No.
And I'm pretty sure I've told this story. I've told so many stories now over the years that I'm pretty sure this is a repeat. But my mom and I, at our cottage, which is on the eastern shore of Nova Scotia, close to Antigonish, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
you kind of actually drove by later on the way home.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So Mom and I, it was one of those beautiful, beautiful nights when you're in a place that has no lights, that the sky was just, it was, I don't know if the snow was just blowing off fluttering off the trees, or if it was actually snowing, but it seemed the moon, you could see the moon. So it was, I guess, a snow shower at night. It was pitch black because there's no lights or anything there. And Mom and I were walking along our road, and there's a lot of porcupines down there. And we startled a porcupine on this shoulder of the road. And so he started going in the same direction we were, but in front of us. And he was going, okay, they're coming. And then he would look back like this, and then he would go like a little bit faster. He was like, we could have overtaken him walking. And then he's like, okay. And then he would keep going like this. And then finally he thought, well, maybe I should get on the side. Yeah. So not only are they not fast, they might not be the smartest animal maybe that's why you see so many of them
I was just wondering that myself.
On the road.
Yeah,
not running. Anyway, but it was clear that he knew he was in some kind of danger and had to move as fast as he could, but
He just couldn't move.
he just couldn't move. They're round, like they're really round. And it was the looking back. Just don't look back. Just keep going. Get into the ditch. You're wasting time looking back. Anyway, so that was, we always talk about that because he was really cute. Yeah. And did you have turkey?
I did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had turkey dinner.
Yes.
And it was delicious. And apple crisp.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was everything I was waiting for. And you had turkey dinner too.
Yes, we went. Did you have a turkey dinner?
I ate fish and chips all along the way.
Yeah. Okay.
No turkey.
No turkey.
Later. We're going to do it in a couple of weeks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I went to the McPhail's homestead, which I love going to. I talk about it all the time. But they had the only thing is that they didn't have the fireplace going, but it was warm in there. And they had a wedding on the Saturday night. And so it was all still decorated like with a harvest kind of theme. And that was all along the fireplace. So they would have had to take down all the beautiful decorations to have the fire. So it was a compromise, but it was okay. And it was fun because you reserve, but you don't have your own table. It's like what do they call that? Family style. Yeah. So the family, there was actually a family with the mother and the husband and wife. I guess it was the woman's mother and their two children. Nice. And so they were sitting at the same table we were, and they were European. That's how the woman described themselves. And then they were speaking. To me, she had a German accent, but she was speaking French with a German accent. Okay. So she was either from like right around Strasbourg or something like that, or Swiss. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. And then they were switching from French and German. They were speaking both. Some kind of, or sounded like German.
I would guess Swiss, but who knows, right?
Yeah,
like people can be from all over nowadays. And learn all kinds of languages.
Yes, so exactly. So anyway, so they come to McPhail's because they said we don't have Thanksgiving. Like that's not a thing yet. So they had been there before, so they knew what it was about, but there were some questions back and forth about the stuffing and things like that. So it's just nice. And what was the traditional dessert, because they were serving apple crisp or pumpkin pie. And the mother actually didn't know what pumpkin pie was. So how do you describe pumpkin pie?
I would say it's a custard pie.
Yeah, but is it the pumpkin was the part? And I said, well, it's like a squash, but it's sweet.
Oh, she doesn't know what a pumpkin.
Well, she was questioning. I'm not quite sure what she was questioning, what part of it, but it was confusing that you made pie out of it because it sounded like a vegetable.
Yeah, that's true.
But then again, chocolate zucchini cake.
Yeah.
Chocolate zucchini cake.
Yeah.
Vegetable and I guess it's. We're not going to split hairs. But
So anyway, so that was fun. Yeah. So they were just chatting a little bit and stuff. So it was kind of like sharing your traditions of So
I think Ken's assessment was no dishes.
Yes, exactly. And Emily, our friend Emily, who works here, cooked the dinner.
Yeah. She's the chef up there.
She's the chef there. Yeah. So she looked a little bit, because she also cooked for the wedding the night before, and then it was so she was like she still looked great, but you could tell like
she put in a long week last week.
Yeah, she did. Yeah. So, and she's also cooking at the church.
Although she had that off.
She had that off. But so she had a break, and then Betsy and I are you're helping out and I'm doing a study at the church, and there's like 130 people coming every Sunday, and she's doing the cooking. Emily's cooking for that as well. So
she's doing great.
She is. Yeah, she's a good cook. I have to say that I think her ginger cookies are the best thing, but she's not baking.
She did decide last week to make just a basic vanilla sheet cake, and I saw it right away, and I was like, whoever made that cake knows what they're doing.
Oh,
and I
really?
was not wrong.
Yeah, she's
so good.
Yeah. Because some people can be good cooks, but not that great bakers, or you can be a fantastic baker and not. But she's kind of multi. And she's great on the Carter as well.
Yes, she is.
Yeah. She's really been, things have really ramped up since we have her here for what's only been 2-3 weeks, I guess. This will be her 3rd week.
Yeah. It was funny because Ken was in on Friday and he's like, oh, like we're trying to plan how the weekend is going to go and stuff like that with the fiber situation. And he's like, oh, like there's 3 batches under the Carter. And I'm like, no. Those are gone and they're spun. And what?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, Emily tore through them.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. So it's great.
Yeah.
So, and then I put on, so the on the agenda it says long weekend stories. So that's check. We come there. But I wanted to talk about Folksville Farm Apothecary as well, which is, I've talked about this already. And I put a link to it in my newsletter a couple weeks ago. And I said to Simone, you need to go there because it's right up your street.
Yeah.
And it is.
Yes.
Yes. So
I've
now
been there
we're
a few times.
I was going to say, you've been back a couple times already.
Yes.
Yeah.
And for me, it's the tea.
Yes.
Because she blends tea blends, but unfortunately she doesn't have them all on her website. But you can check out her website. I'll put a title underneath because it's spelt a little bit funny. There's a lot of apostrophes in the name of it. And so I'll put a little link in the show notes as well. But she doesn't have everything on her website. So I'm in love with the story...
Book lovers
tea. Yes. It's an Earl Grey based tea, which I love. But she's got all... And she grows herbs there. Yeah. That's why she moved here. Because
maybe that's why not everything is listed. Because maybe it's like... Depends on what she's got going.
So she has a really, really good Earl Grey has a big Earl Grey taste, which is, I mean, if you're... I don't like these wimpy. Can't even tell.
Bergamot.
Yeah, I want the bergamot, right? Yeah. And but it's a pretty strong black tea, I have to say. So it has caffeine.
Moderation.
Yeah, moderation.
Kim needs to have some moderation.
Yeah, because I can drink a whole pot of it. But
that explains Kim the last few.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm a coffee drinker too, but it's like I'm like, ooh, this packs a little punch. And then there's the Book Lovers tea that has lavender and mint in it, and it's an Earl Grey base. And I also got, I can never pronounce it, the Japanese tea with the popped rice. Getchi, it starts with G.
I can't say it.
Yeah. So that's also really good. And what one did you get?
I got the cozy. The Autumn Cozy Organic Chai.
Oh, okay.
That one is excellent. And then the Ohm blend. So I can't say this. Rooibos?
Yeah.
Rooibos?
Yeah.
I still can't say it. It's one of those words that trips me out.
Yeah.
But it's got that in it. Tulsi, because I had been drinking Tulsi tea every night anyway.
Yeah.
But this has the Rooibos, the Tulsi, and then rose petals.
Yeah.
So that's
nice.
my bedtime tea.
Yes, and she's got kind of like a bit of a Beatrix Potter theme going on. So on the website, there's, I forget what the names of them are, but there's a couple, Sleepy Time. One of them is Sleepy.
With the stickers on the bags.
Yeah. Anyway, she's doing a really great job. So if you come to the shop, because a lot of you are coming to the shop, you need, if we forget to tell you to go down there, it's on the way to the ferry.
Yeah. She's only like 8 minutes away.
Yeah, exactly. And she's got soaps and I talked about her in another episode, I think, but she told me that she chose PEI because she looked at the growing environment, and because she wanted to have the herbs and stuff that she does and her to be able to grow it on site. So a lot of that stuff is right there from the farm. So that's it. So I've been drinking tea every night.
Yes. It's a great little ritual, isn't it?
Yes. And are you using your good teacups?
I am.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm thinking that I have a friend that collects china cups, and I think I need to go have a chat with them because it's a little bit of I bought a couple at an antique shop in the summer that I talked about, and now I'm like, well, I have a couple favorites already, and then there's a cup that was gifted to me by our friend Joanne, which is plaid. It looks like it would be like a mug, but it's actually a china cup. But it has a dish. I forget. There's a name for them. The saucer is elongated, so it's the perfect place to put your Sarah's maple cookie on the next.
Nice.
So I forget what the name of the plate, like it's a saucer, so you got a little rim in the center that your cup fits in, and then you have room for your little cookie, your little snack.
Nice.
Just usually
your tea biscuit.
Yes. Exactly. And the coffee and the cup, or the China cup, is oval.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. I just loved it.
We're gonna have to look that up.
Yes, I used it when she generously offered her house to Ken and I for 2 nights when we had our house spray foam insulated. Yes. She was away visiting her sister, and I was like, oh, I love this cup, and the next thing I knew, I had it.
There's so many neat little cups and things like that. Like my grandmother used to collect stuff like that, and I remember up in the cupboard there was a mustache.
Oh,
so it has this additional little piece, so that if you have a mustache, your mustache isn't going to get stuck with the tea.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's funny.
Good. Yeah. And you can't tell me otherwise. It makes a difference when you're doing the whole thing with the teapot and the
yes.
Yeah, it does.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't know why.
Just does.
Yeah. It's, again, perception.
It's the ceremony of it.
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
Yeah.
The Chinese know all about that.
Yeah,
Or,
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or is it Japanese?
Both.
Oh, they both have a ritual?
Yeah.
Is it different?
I think it's more Japanese, but I know that the Chinese also have, a lot of culture surrounding tea.
Tea, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We take it for granted now. I mean, it's like if you watch the Antique Roadshow, you know all about the tea lockers. Everybody, you had to keep your tea locked up.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Did you know that?
No.
Oh, because it was so valuable.
It's precious.
Yes.
Okay.
it was in a locked case.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did not know that. Okay.
Yeah. So we wouldn't want those downstairs people
Oh,
to be able to sip your tea.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
Meow. We're so lucky we can just get anybody can drink tea now. All right. Okay, so that's enough catty whatever, and it's perfect place to stop because we're back in the shop. So now we have a customer.
Yep.
Back at you in a few minutes, maybe. So that was the farm update.
Yep.
And my counter says it was 27 minutes. This might not be a short one. We had a lot to talk about. Long weekend. We haven't seen each other. Okay. So the shop update will be short. Maybe. Anyway, we wanted to, it's really been all about getting ready for the festival.
Yes.
So there's not anything new in the shop, but we will tell you what we're going to do for the festival.
Yeah.
And I'm doing this with trepidation. I'm torn between not saying anything and not creating FOMO, or saying something and creating FOMO.
That ship has sailed because of your newsletter.
Yeah, I know, but not everybody sees the newsletter. So this is what we're doing for the Fibre Festival. We are just bringing our own yarns to the Fibre Festival this year, and we will leave the Rowan here in the shop, which will be open over the weekend. So I know many of you that come to the Fibre Festival come to see the shop anyway, so usually it's empty, except for a few scattered dust bunnies going around the floor.
Shop sheet.
And of course you get to talk to Ken. But this year we will have, we're leaving the Rowan here in the store because we can't really do it justice in the booth anyway, because there's so much of the different colors and you can't take the back stock and everything. So it is going to be all about Fleece and Harmony at the Fibre Festival, and we are bringing some of our regular skeins of the most popular colors, mostly in silk worsted, really.
Worsted and sock.
And sock, yes. But the bulk of what we've been making are special batches. So to be honest, the people that read the newsletter have had a big advantage of getting all of these special batches, and by the time we do the podcast, often they're sold out.
Yeah.
Or by the time, if you even were living someplace else in the world and woke up in the next morning after the newsletter was out, they've been sold out. So we're not probably going to help many of those people, but at the Fibre Festival, we are bringing every kind of special yarn that we've made there almost.
Yeah.
So we've got Iona Bunny.
Yep.
The little rabbits. I brushed them with my own little comb them with my own little hands, And we're bringing the Celtic cashmere. We have quite a big batch of Celtic cashmere, actually. Yeah.
So a nice little variety of colors.
Yes. And we're bringing a couple batches of grizzly that are different. Yeah. So we have some that we left in the natural color, and we have some that we're dyeing. But they're also different batches. So anybody that's bought grizzly or has seen grizzly described on our website, it is all the mill ends of everything that we've been producing for whatever the period of time it was until we have enough to do a batch. Yeah. So there is a batch that I think all of the batches are the same.
Yeah.
Okay. We just all mix it. Okay. Yeah. So they've got cashmere, Iona bunny, mohair, and wool from PEI.
Yeah. Plus some of the colored wools from our own flock.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So it is really the full mishmash. And we kind of sorted them out a bit in batches. So there's a batch that's not been dyed that is absolutely a silver, which Ken is knitting with one of the skeins that was not, didn't pass QC. So, because it had some slubs in it. And he's knitting the little Sophie scarf just as for a project to knit. And I'm knitting on it when I feel like I need a little fix of knitting to break up my crochet that I'm doing. And I kept saying, this is a really nice, so I didn't even know what I was knitting with. And it turns out it's the grizzly.
Yeah. Yeah. I think at one point you were questioning if you were knitting with the cashmere reject. But
yes. No, it's really, really nice. And the color is absolutely silver. Yeah. It's, and that's just
that goes to Simone. She does our natural color mixing at the Carter. So she did a fantastic job.
Yes. Yeah. So what colors do we have in the Garfield Grizzly in the naturals? Is there a white one?
No. They are just the pewter gray, and then there's a slightly darker gray as well.
Okay, so the pewter gray is the silver one that I'm talking. Yeah. Okay, so the lighter one, and then there's a darker one. Okay.
Yeah, like closer to a slate or a seagull in our dyed colors.
Okay, okay. Would is there enough contrast between the two of them that you could use those for a low contrast sweater?
It would be low contrast. Yeah. I haven't held them up side by side to think about that, but I think there might be. If you don't mind that low contrast.
Yeah. Anyway, you have to come to the Fibre Festival to see it. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we have no idea what the uptake is going to be of all these.
Yes.
What?
We have we're calling it Fancy That.
Oh, yes. Yes.
So it is made from our flock right here. All of the black sheep that you have in your flock, which are about how many?
There's quite a few, like 7 or 8. Yeah. It's a little bit of wool.
And the gray ones.
And
so we kept them separate.
So we have both.
So
we're pretty excited. So we've got Fancy coming to the festival.
Yes, exactly. So it was Fancy That. It's cute. And it's just the 2 colors because they're undyed. It's natural colors. Yeah. And what did we spin those up as the same weight as worsted? Okay. Yeah. All right. So I'm completely out of the loop.
We just went in the mill. We're like, this is a good idea. Let's do this.
Yes, exactly. So it's fantastic. So all of those things are going to be at our booth at the Fibre Festival. And then when we come back from the Fibre Festival, if there's any of those things left, then we will offer it to people in the newsletter or the YouTube channel. So if you don't subscribe to the newsletter, you should subscribe to the newsletter.
Be a good time.
Yeah, exactly. And so we'll offer if there's whatever there's left. So this is really a chance for it because our local customers have never been able to get it.
Oh, and that was something we should mention as well. We are not taking any reserve orders for these special fibers. Yes. We're really sorry, but we just can't do it. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's that, and it is now, by the time you're looking at this, the cutoff date for ordering special sweater quantities to be picked up at the Fibre Festival was October 16th. So
the ones dyed by us.
Dyed by us, yes, because we had been mentioning that if you want to have sweater quantities of anything, then you should order it before that. So that cutoff is passed now because Betsy has got her backlog of orders to do for the festival that they're not special orders. It's just making sure that there's enough of a sweater quantity when you ordered them. So that's passed, but you're not too late. If you want us to bring any of the Rowan yarns to you want a selection of Rowan and you want to pick it up at the Fibre Festival, then go ahead. You can order those right up until the Fibre Festival.
Yeah, and yeah.
So
Sorry.
Betsy is not staying at the venue.
No.
So she's coming back and forth during the festival. So if we have to pick something up, she can do that. And Ken is always ready to come and deliver something after the store closes or whatever. And you can come to the store. All right, so that's really the shop update. I will talk about, I almost hesitate to talk about it because they've already been selling, but I ordered in these project bags, and we have them in 2 styles. So we have Happy to See You motif, and we brought back the James Bond version.
Yep.
And these have zippers. So the last batch that we had, we didn't have zippers, but due to popular demand, they have zippers, and there's a zippered pocket inside.
I didn't want to say anything until you did, because I have a couple
the
versions
original
back.
James.
Yes, and I have the zippered pocket, and I love that pocket.
Yeah. So anyway, so they're available on our website, and we'll be taking these to the Fibre Festival as well. So if you want to make sure that you get one, because I thought that I ordered quite a lot, but they're actually selling in the shop like now, and I don't want to take them out of the shop, but we have some, and I will continue to carry these things. So I should make a little bit. So we're deciding that we need to kind of up our merch game a little bit. So the project bags always do well. And we're trying to think of what some other things that people might want that are branded with Fleece and Harmony. So if you go right in the comments, if you have any suggestions for things that you would like to see. We're not going to do t-shirts. We used to have t-shirts. We're not going to, it's just too hard to manage with all of the
unsized items.
Exactly. So at one time we had Fleece and Harmony mugs. So
Ooh, I missed that. I would take one of those.
Yes.
So vote for that.
So we can do that. We can do quite a lot of things, but it'll be things that we don't have to worry about sizing and everything, because that was just a nightmare with the t-shirts, I have to say. They were lovely, but trying to women's, youth, men's, all the sizes, it was just a nightmare. And we could, I mean, you had to have 100 t-shirts just to have a representative of all the sizes. So anyway, so we'll look forward to seeing your suggestions for after the Fibre Festival. I'll work on that as a project. All right, so I think that's it. Okay, so we're up to the NIMS Teasdale knit along.
Yes.
Do you have your Lothlorien with you?
No.
Okay.
No.
So go ahead.
I have been knitting on it, but it's not fast.
Yeah.
I'm on the longer rows now, so the progress is very minimal, like size wise. I have started the 5th chart though. So
how many
that's
charts
really
are
exciting.
there?
I think just 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So it's
so-
kind of like the home stretch.
Yeah.
With
there's
600
still a lot. Yeah.
600 stitches on every row.
I think I'm probably around 65% done.
Oh, okay.
With that last chart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And it's been great fun looking at everybody's
I love
project.
it. Yeah.
Has
People
it-
are jumping on board. It's lots of, cheering on in the Ravelry forums. It's great. And I love seeing everyone's projects because everybody is choosing different yarns and different colors and putting their own spin on the project. So it's very inspiring.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So that's in our Ravelry group. You can find those threads, and there's a thread for the finished objects and the threads for the works in progress. And when does it end?
In February.
February. So you still
so
have
we've got
time.
lots of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I did forget, speaking of fantastic designers and projects, I forgot in the shop update that we actually have a pre-sale going on right now for the Highland Coup mittens that Grey Owl did. And we haven't made the kits yet, so it is a pre-sale. And if you go into the website, you can order the kit. And as always, the kit is for the largest size. So it comes in 3 sizes, that pattern. So if you want to have do a smaller size, you've got more than enough yarn to do all to the large. I will say one little note, it's on the description, but they're so intricate that she's actually got You do some duplicate stitch on some of the little highlights, and she's actually added, I think there's 7 colors altogether, but the last 3 or 4 colors, there's not really much yarn that you need. So it didn't make sense to put in the very last one. And I'll explain, you'll have to go to your stash and try to find, if you want to do the yellow centers of the 6 different violets or whatever it is that she has on there, then you have to find a yellow yarn to do it. But we didn't add a yellow yarn, but for you have everything else, you have more than enough yarn to complete. And I would suggest, I didn't read through the whole pattern, but I would suggest that you're probably going to use duplicate stitch for some of it. And as always with our kits, it's a yarn only. You have to buy the pattern directly from Grey Owl Knits, so she gets all the funds from that, what that generates. So I'll put a link in the show notes as well down below. So what we're wearing, because we're going to actually talk about our projects, but I have an order here. Because you can go first with your Tessellation Nation, even though you don't have it with you. You're going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about Wallflowers. I do have a couple little show and tell things, and then it's the Simone show after that, because she's. But we will start with our projects. So
or what we're wearing?
What we're wearing. Yeah.
So I'm wearing, it's a vest that has been well worn, well loved. It is the only knit that I'm willing to wear in the shop.
Okay.
And I think it's just because I wanted it to be kind of like a hard wearing sort of idea, and it has stood up to that really well. So a little bit of pilling. It's out of McCausland's Heritage, I believe.
Yeah.
And I did striping on the back, on the front, and there's color work on the back.
Yeah.
But
I love that vest.
Made it up.
Yeah. And it has been very serviceable.
Yes, it has.
Yeah.
And I think because it was a more economical yarn, I just don't feel precious about it.
Yeah.
So I need to like convince myself to not feel quite so precious, because I have knits that are just not getting airtime.
Yeah. Right. So we have been bringing down. We put a lot of stuff up in the attic when we were doing the renovation in big construction bags, like things that could just a lot of soft stuff as well. So we've been pretty committed to bringing down. I'll call it a garbage bag, but it's not garbage, of stuff that we had just stowed away up there when it was all like complete mayhem and dust and things. And I am finding things that I haven't seen since we moved here, actually, even before the renovation. So digging out a lot of things. This was not up there in a bag, but this is Kate Davies' design called the Carbith Swan Dance. And it's made from one of the very first batches of yarn that we made. I made the Roscoe sweater that Ken wears from really slubby stuff, but it was the practice run. And this is Erin in Periwinkle. So it's not very dark because I held it together with I think it was a Debbie Bliss gradient mohair silk blend.
Okay.
So you have 2 things happening with the color. So you have the uneven dyeing from the periwinkle, which has a lot of it gives it a little bit of a stripy effect. And you have the fact that the blue Kid Silk Haze type yarn was a lighter blue, almost a sea foamy color. And it went from dark to light. So if you were interested, you could look at, I think it was, it's Brooke in the Kid Silk Haze color, has a slight variegation. It would give you something like that as well, held together with the Erin yarn. Simone, now it's your turn. You have a very nice friend.
Yes, I do. Some of you may have recognized this from a few episodes back. Betsy was knitting on this beautiful shawl, and she gave it to me.
Yeah,
so
lovely.
I'm wearing it, and I love it. It's so cheerful and bright, and it's exactly my colors.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's not a pattern again. I really had fun with that one.
Yeah.
I just did a section, and then I was like, what do I feel like doing now?
Okay. So what did you do? Did you start with a tab? Or
yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I did. So I started at that. Yeah. So it grew from the top center.
Yeah.
grows outwards.
Okay.
So I think it grows evenly
Yeah.
when you do that. So it would be an even triangle.
Okay. And you just did whatever pattern, like there's seed stitch, there's garter,
Yeah.
rib.
A 2x2 rib. I think,
Your favorite
or
stitch
1x2.
from the patty wrap.
Yeah.
Some
Just
kind of
whatever I wanted to do.
Yeah. And is it all in fingering weight?
Yes, except for the trim is a little bit of a thicker one.
Yeah.
So that's why I put it on the outside.
What
bin.
yarn is that, Betsy?
I don't know. It was out of the bin that you had.
Oh, okay.
Like,
We had a
stuff I
bit
think
of
you
your.
had tested or sampled or
Yeah.
something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
It's squishy.
Yeah. Very nice. It's a nice combination, isn't
It
it?
is. I love it.
It's warm tones, but then you've got that pop of the sea foam that
Mm-hmm.
really kind of sets it off. So
Yeah.
lovely. Okay. And looks like it has a lot of drape, like kind
It
of a
does.
silky feeling. Yeah.
It's so cozy.
Well,
Yeah.
a good portion of it is our sock,
Yeah.
so the mohair in there, and then
Right.
some of it. This one here might even have had. No, it was another sock
Yeah.
company as well. So I think they all have a little something.
It was a
else.
stash buster.
Yes,
for you, right?
yes, very
yeah.
much so.
Yeah.
and it's great because of the drape, it stays put.
Yes.
It holds
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Nice.
I
Nice.
love it.
Lovely. Okay. So now we'll talk.
some mohair, Kim.
Am I?
I think so.
Oh,
I'm gonna sneeze.
could be dust too.
No, it's definitely that like mohairy feeling.
Yeah, I feel it too actually. Okay, so give us an update on the Tessellation Nation, Betsy.
Okay, so the reason I have nothing to show you is because I have made a very hard and fast October rule for myself, and I am sticking to it.
Oh,
So I have touched nothing but the tessellation unless I'm at a volleyball game.
Okay.
Because I can't take the tessellation to the volleyball game.
Okay.
So I'm just knitting a sleeve while I'm at volleyball. But
Okay.
the last game was too intense. I didn't even knit hardly anything.
okay.
So tessellation is coming along. My goal was to finish what she calls the background pentagons in the month of October. I am 5 pentagons away, which means I will be moving on to phase number 52, 3,700. No, so I'm really into it, and I put out a table so I don't have to put it all away. I actually have to lay it on the floor sometimes now because it's kind of like the frame of it is all done. I will take a picture and send it in, and then you'll understand because there are still some big holes.
Right.
So it actually can kind of twist in on itself if I'm
okay.
shoving it around on the table. So I have to be careful. So I work on the table when I map out a section that I know I'm working on, and then I go and I take it on the floor and lay it all out to make sure nothing's twisted, because this morning I did notice that I had actually crocheted some twisted, so I had to open it up and like untwist that section.
Oh, okay. Tricky.
So yeah. So after this, I will then move to larger chunks that I'll be filling in. So it will fill in the holes a little bit.
All right. So you're just going to take a little picture for us to just
so you
put
can
in
see
here?
kind of where it's at.
Okay. Sounds like it's not very portable.
No,
at
it's
this
not
point.
at all. No.
Yes.
But those of you who are doing it and know what I'm talking about, I'm just finishing up the background pentagons.
Okay. So, and as far as Tessellation Nation signups go, it is now open to sign up for the next class that will take place in January. And there are links down in the show notes and on the newsletter if you get that for the sign up. If you sign up through us, then Sue knows that it was one of our customers or our watchers that went through our link. And the Wallflowers and the Homage to the Granny Square started on October 7th. So those classes are now closed. Okay. They'll have a waiting list, but there's no link for that. And they'll open them up again when I guess it's, I think she keeps them open for a little while, maybe not. But once it starts, then the registrations are closed because you can't get in or whatever. So
that's Sue Mitten at the Mercery.
Yeah.
And I'm doing tessellation. Kim's working on Wallflowers and Homage to the Granny Square.
Yeah.
And then she has a new one even, doesn't she? Is
the
that
Ogees.
Is it open or is that closed now?
It's I think it's open.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Ogees. So I was really interested, but I'm like, no.
Yeah.
You need to buckle down and finish tessellation first.
Yeah.
She was so interested. She's like, "Why don't you do it?"
Is that right?
Yes.
You tried to talk to her.
Yes.
Trying to influence Simone.
I held strong.
Yeah. Because you started out as a crocheter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you just have enough, or you just prefer knitting?
I
Or
prefer
you just
knitting, but I do a little crochet at home.
yeah.
Cut into her spinning time.
That's it.
Okay. So
And that's what I've been doing a lot of lately.
so what's the hierarchy of crafts for you?
Whatever mood I'm in.
Okay.
That's how it works. So sometimes I feel a little pressure and I'm like, I haven't done this in a while, so I should probably just like do a project so that I remember how to do things.
Okay.
And really just kind of whatever mood I'm in.
Well,
So-
let's see. You was going to say you rotate between knitting, crochet, spinning. You added sewing this past year.
Quilting. She has a loom, so she
Okay,
can weave.
Two looms.
Two looms.
And that has been calling to me a lot.
Because you have to
lately.
set them up, right?
Yes, so it takes me a full day. It doesn't matter whether I'm using the table loom or the big one. It takes me a full day to dress the loom. So
And then how long would to weave a scarf? How long would that take? Like once you're set up, minus the setup time.
it's not that bad.
Okay, so once you actually get
it's
going.
probably faster to weave the actual scarf than
Okay.
it is to set up the loom.
Oh, wow.
And I know there's lots of people that are way faster. I'm not fast with that at all.
Well, setting up the loom is a thing, right?
Yeah,
it's hundreds of threads.
You have
Yeah.
to
yeah.
do.
And you have to make sure that you get it through the right heddles, because I'm not using a rigid heddle, so I actually have 2 4-shaft looms.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I
It
have
means
no
that
idea.
there's frames with all
Okay.
the little heddles on it, so you have to make sure that you
The
have
heddles are the hooks?
the strings with the little hole.
Oh, yes.
that you
Okay.
thread
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's 4 different shafts on both my looms, which means that there's a frame with all of these in it, and you have to thread everything in a precise order. Otherwise, you're not going to get the pattern that you're going for. You'll end up with something else.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It's very fascinating.
Yeah.
it is.
No, no, Betsy. No, Betsy.
I would have a space to do a.
Yeah. The tabletop intrigues me. But
Yeah.
interestingly enough,
But
you're
maybe we
like,
need to set up my Leclerc
oh,
in one of your rooms.
then you could learn.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I gotta get my wallflowers done. Okay. And speaking of that,
Yes.
now, so I had buckled down and said I'm going to do nothing but wallflowers until I get it done. But I had a really interesting thing. This is so stupid and silly, but I had something that really tickled me happen this weekend. So, following Betsy's good advice, I'm doing production mode on all of these hexes that I have to do, which are just circles now because the hexie part's not been done. And so I had 24, I think it was, of the purple ones. Then I had 44 of the black ones. Those are all
you.
finished.
Yeah.
Then I'm on the next, this is all to fill in on the border of the wallflowers. So there were these, what she calls popcorns, that, and black on black. Remind me if I ever say that I want to do crochet with all black yarn. You can't do it at night.
No.
You have to actually have bright daylight to really see what you're doing. So those are done. And then I'm doing these little pebbles.
Those.
Yes. So I ran into a little bit of a problem though, because I was doing them and because you do them from the back. So that's right. But I was using Frozen to do them. And Frozen was one of the least amount of color that I needed. It was really like an accent color. And I either can't find my ball of Frozen that I had left, or I used the end of the ball. And it called for Frozen on this. And I thought, I'm not going to go out to the shop and open another ball because there's really just this. There's 8 of them that you do.
And that's it.
And I needed for a new ball. So,
I recognize that other yarn.
I know. So
and
I
it makes
looked.
me happy.
I know. Strangely, it's a really a thing. So I found we're not making the Diva's Desire anymore because we're still yearning to make it, but it was just like a nightmare to make this yarn because you had to pre-dye and it was inconsistent.
Our mill is just not set up for the process.
Yeah,
requires.
exactly.
Yeah.
But when we did have it, I had this hare's foot clover thing, and I was like in my house. I didn't even come out to check. I was like, it's awfully close to Frozen. It's not. It's a little bit darker, and it doesn't have the blue flecks in it, but because it's just an accent and it's very far away from where the last time is that I used the accent, which was close to the center of the blanket, I thought I'm just going to use that.
Yeah, and it works just fine.
Yes. Yeah. So it's a bit finer, but I know that when the blanket is actually blocked, it's going to puff up. And you can't, honestly, it sounds so simplistic because Simone does this all the time. Betsy does it all the time, is that the yarn weight is not the same, but you can't tell.
Yeah.
It's close enough that you can't tell. And it's
unless you were single crocheting in like a very straight line, you're not gonna.
Yeah. No. And I think it complements it. You're just gonna have that pop of color there.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So I'll have I'm very tickled that there'll be a little bit of our own grown yarn in my massive felted tweed blanket. So I really, it has a funny, I was amused at myself that I was tickled about it. It's such a small thing.
It just makes it extra special.
Yeah, it's kind of like one of those little Easter eggs or something like that. Yeah, exactly. So that's it. So now, and I've got a lot of these popcorns. I think I have to do 44 of them. So, and you don't break the thread in between because it's black on black. So I did a bunch of those, and then I thought, well, I'll just finish up these other ones now that I decided what the outside color is. And then I think when they're joined, it's all going to be encased in black anyway. So is that right?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Because your outside is a dark. I flipped it and went with the lighter.
Yeah.
You went with the darker.
I'm thinking to myself, I was a little bit worried because this one is obviously bigger than the others, but it's got 3 rows done on it now, whereas the other ones have 2. So I'm thinking I might, because I really haven't been checking the sizes, and it's been so long in between times that I've made it. I'm sure my gauge has changed.
I never measured once.
No. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
No,
so
you'll be fine.
What I would like to do is to start placing a few of these in the blanket, just so I can show you folks something how it's going to look. But I didn't have a space where I had just the blanket out. So, but now we've gotten a table that I can't use in my house right now, which is in the shop. So I have my blanket on there, and I think I'll just over the next couple of days do a couple of them.
I'm looking back in that corner. You're going to need to get Ken to bring you some light.
Yes.
If you're working on black yarn.
I know,
because
it is dark.
Corner.
Yeah, and there's no electricity back there. So I'm thinking maybe I'll set up the lights that we have here, because you really can't see it. I don't think it's just age, but.
No, it's not.
No.
Yeah.
It's just too dark.
I mean, I may not be young enough to really speak to that, but.
Well.
You're
closer than I am. Yeah, it is. You're closer than I am. So that's really coming along, I think it's going to be. And I'm still trying to decide for the big motifs that were in the corner. I definitely sewed them in rather than trying to, rumble that blanket around and it gets a bit awkward when it's all together except for those outer. And I was going to sew in these as well.
I don't think you should. I think once you get going, you'll find it's faster to crochet them in.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So that's what I thought. I think so. I don't think it was worth it on the big motifs, but I don't think it's not
fit in nice. I think you should.
Okay. Yeah, so that's what I'll do.
I'm crocheting mine in, joining on the 3rd round right now, and I'm joining more than she says, and that part is faster than doing these 2 rounds.
Oh, okay.
So I would, I would do that. Once you figure out how you're doing it and what you're doing, it's pretty easy.
Excellent. It's always good that you can call a friend for advice. So that's good. I think I was kind of thinking it myself, like, I don't think you want to do that. So
you'll spend more time threading needle.
Then okay. All right. So now the oil tank's filled up, Betsy.
Hey, I'm a happy lady.
Yeah.
We do not like when the oil tank gets too low, and I was supposed to be responsible to watch the levels, and I failed. So I'm just so grateful it didn't run out.
Right.
Yes.
It was kind of panicked at the end of last week.
I just took a deep breath and said, I'm not sure how far under 1/8 of a tank goes, but it's
oil chicken. So. It was oil chicken.
Oil chicken.
Not a good thing.
We use the oil, which heats our hot water tank, so that it gets our water for dyeing at least part way on the way, and then we finish it off with propane. So
Yeah.
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 Welcome to
Yeah.
how we have to do energy usage.
Yes, and the next thing is that I was thinking that I probably should have solar panels on the back of this. This building is in a position that is absolutely perfect.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, so I'm mulling that around in my because I won't lie. I mean, we're still a petroleum based thing. Like I drive a gas car, so but when I hear the oil truck coming, I just have a little bit of a twinge.
But we also out here on the island, we do have limited options for energy as well.
Yes,
so we don't have everything available to us.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So, but we do have plenty of solar panels. Or it must be one of the capitals of per capita. We've got a lot of solar panels.
We do have a friend who has it, and he actually makes enough energy that he sells it back, or makes enough. Whatever.
Oh, is that right?
I don't know at all, but and he's in Charlottetown. So,
okay.
Yeah.
It's just so ugly. It really is.
But if it's on the back of the building.
Yes, but on a kind of quasi-industrial building, and it would be on the back because that's actually where the best part is. Yeah, it would be. There would be no. I would have to look. I'm thinking that I'm going to look in.
We have gotten a little bit off topic.
Yeah, as usual.
Back to the knitting.
All right. So Simone.
Yes,
it's the Simone show.
Okay.
Yay!
All right. So I made some serious progress on my Lunenburg cardi.
Uh-huh.
And I did see in the comments somebody asked if I had a Ravelry page. No, sorry. I would like to say that I will get around to it. I'm not going to get around to it because I just have too many other things to do with my time that I just don't have time to put up Ravelry pages for my projects. And it means that I have to get out and take photos of myself. And I don't like to do that.
So you have a Ravelry page for your patterns.
Yes.
Yeah,
but I haven't updated my personal projects in eons.
Yeah.
So I don't.
It is work.
It is.
Like you and I had mine updated because we spent a half a day taking photos and stuff and writing the notes.
And I'd rather take photos of you than take photos of me. Just saying.
Yeah, well.
So you just have to put Kim in your notes.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see.
All right.
So if you want to know anything about our projects, we share a lot about our projects. We just talked for an hour. So we share a lot about our projects, but you'll just have to watch the podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I finished the button bands.
Before you start that,
okay,
do you want to tell them what your Ravelry name is so they can buy your patterns though?
Oh, it's Sand and Sky.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So you can go there and buy her patterns.
I've got fuzzies on this too. Okay. So this is the Lunenburg cardi. The base pattern is by Savory Knitting or Amy Christophers. And I converted it into a cardigan. Mm-hmm. So I used the called for yarn for anybody that hasn't seen this before. It's like an lace rustic heather sport. Mm-hmm. And the yoke is the called for colors as well. I did a different color for the body, and I also did different colors for the cuffs and the hem. So she has you knit it all in one color. I decided I was kind of playing yarn chicken a little bit, so I had enough of the birch to do the cuffs. So I figured that was probably the safest.
So this is done then. Now
it is essentially done. I just need to wash and block it.
Yeah.
I'll get fuzzies here.
Yeah.
I need to wash and block it, and I need to put on my cherry wood buttons.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I did the past 2 weeks is I ripped out my cast-offs because they were bugging me, and I redid them as tubular cast-offs.
It's fantastic.
I really love that edge.
Super neat and tidy. You also knit yourself in here.
Yeah, I did.
It's really, really nice. I can see it was way worth it.
Yeah.
To do it.
Have zero regrets.
Look at the bottom of that.
I know.
It's gorgeous.
There's just something about
I'm going to
tubular
go like this.
Bind off.
I've never done it.
I love it.
It takes time.
Yeah.
I started to do one time and was like, I'm not. This isn't worth it on this project, and I quit.
Oh yeah.
So
it's essentially
but it is worth it
a whole lot of
project.
Kitchener stitch.
Yeah.
Oh, on the tubular cast-on?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Take it
if you're not comfortable with Kitchener stitch, you probably want to get comfortable with it first before doing the tubular bind off.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it really does make a nice edge.
So it really is a sewn bind off.
I think that there's one of the courses for the Fibre Festival say never have to look up Kitchener stitch again. So maybe I don't know if that's sold out yet, but maybe you might want to check that out if you're coming.
That would be good.
Yeah.
So the sweater is finished, and I definitely did some modifications.
Yeah.
So the cuffs and the tubular bind off, I didn't, with my first my pullover version, I widened the neck a little bit. This one I didn't, because I wanted it up a little bit closer. The really big modification is the button band.
Mm-hmm. So you want to bring it up there closer so you don't have to take pictures?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did take some pictures of the process because some people are confused by the steak sandwich. So basically what it is I pick up along this side, and then I flip it over, and with a second needle, I pick up stitches on this side, and then
on a fixed circular.
Yeah. So I'm using 2 different circulars because it is long.
Okay.
And then I knit it in the round, so everything is fully encased.
Okay.
And then I do a applied I-cord edge,
and it makes it very stiff, and I can feel the edges of the steek inside there. Yeah, but it gives it a lot of body.
It does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's a nice firm button band, because there's nothing worse than a floopy button band. And this time I decided that I would do the buttonholes right in the steak sandwich. So that was something new for me.
So what did you do for that?
So I knit several rows, 3 rows with knit 1 purl 1 rib, and then I figured out where I was going to place the buttonholes, and I bound off 2 stitches, and then I added them in on the next round. Okay. So after I was all finished, had the I-cord edge put on, I actually went along and I sewed down the edges of every buttonhole. Yeah, they're very neat. Because otherwise you have little bits of steak sandwich, like the steak edge. Okay. Showing through. Okay. Yeah. Wow. So it just means that everything is fully encased and it's not going to be spreading out everywhere. Right. Yeah. And the attention to detail, this is again the 5% at 95% that makes a difference. It's gorgeous. Yeah. It really, really does. So the tubular cast on or bind off is very distinctive here on the bottom. I'm just going to show how it's a rounded edge. So on the neck, though, you have a regular bind off. I have a regular cast on. Cast on. And there's a reason for that. I hate working tubular cast on. Okay. So you'll do the bind off, but not the cast on. For whatever reason, like I just haven't found the right way to go about it, I guess. Okay. And I haven't really explored that much either. So that's part of the problem. But it ends up looking loose and sloppy. I will knit it, or I'll do it and then not be happy with it and rip it out several times. And it's like, okay, just going to throw that to the side. Yeah. Is it done with a provisional cast on? I can't even remember. Okay, good. Yeah. You just, I'll delete that right out of your head. Yeah. That was a data dump. That's always a good sign. Yeah. Press Alt delete. All that I have left to do on this is it needs to be washed and blocked. And I didn't bother today because it would still be wet. And then I need to sew on my buttons and it's ready to wear. And I'm assuming that we're going to see that at the Fibre Festival. Yes. Yes. It's so gorgeous. I'm really happy with it. Yeah. It's lovely. I think that the tubular bind off and the button bands make all the difference in the world for it. Yeah. Okay. Excellent. All right. And my other finished project. This is like the I didn't block anything episode. Okay. I finished my Jaunty. Yay! Oh, she did such a beautiful job. Yeah, nice. So this is done entirely. Oh, it has like a little rounded edge on the. It does. Oh, okay. So this is done entirely in my hand spun. It's the Jaunty Shawl Cowl by Andrew Mowry, and I used Lewis and Jane and Paisley Defender and a little bit of Melly Knits fibers to make the shawl, and it was my first time doing a fade, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Yeah, it's marvelous. You know, when you look at it like this with the fractal spinning knit up, it almost looks like it's woven. Yeah, doesn't it? So beautiful. Yeah, and there are some little slubby bits in it, and I considered while I was knitting spit splicing them out, but
Oh.
I thought I like the kind of organic feel with this,
Yeah.
so I just left them in.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
And I think with half fisherman's rib, like there's so much texture going on anyway.
Yeah.
That,
Yeah.
And I think that once it's washed and blocked, it's really gonna shine. Then. Plus, we have sparkle.
Yes,
know.
I saw that.
Is it sparkle everywhere?
No.
No.
Not
No.
quite.
Okay.
It's down in some of these.
Some of it
blues.
has silk in it.
Oh, this has
and
some here?
has sparkle, and then there's more sparkle towards this end here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
So-
depends.
So nice.
So there's all sorts of fun stuff in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh, it makes me want to learn to spin.
And you know what I say? Do it.
I was saying to Simone that it does. And then, are you about to show those yet or not?
Yeah.
Because Kim pulled out some things and I was like, oh, maybe that's what I want to learn how to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, so I want to. We'll talk about it at the Fibre Festival. Okay, never mind. Okay. So, just as a reminder, this was I bought 3 Lois and Jane bats at the last Fibre Festival, and I've got one spun up, and I still have the other 2, but I, again, hesitating because I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to do with it. But when I saw your ooey gooey cowl,
Yeah.
it's a perfect way to use a gradient
Yes.
of fiber. So I still have these. So I think I thought I was doing them in order, but I think I did the middle one first because I liked it, because I had a lot of fuchsia, but light and sparkle. So all of mine have sparkle in them.
Yep.
And I think that the ooey gooey cowl, which you finished, I don't think I have a picture of it, but anyway, it's mixed with softest alpaca and Simone's hand spun. So you get a line of softest alpaca and then a line in a pattern of hand spun. Or that it could be
Do the jaunty.
yeah, you could do either. I can do either one.
Yeah.
So so this beautiful bat of perfection, and this one is by Lois and Jane, who's going to be at the Fibre Festival, and her friend, the Paisley Defender, is also there. Sue Smith, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So they have very different styles,
They do.
but if you're interested in spinning and you think that maybe the Fibre Festival has nothing for you, those 2 will be there.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting is the craft of making these bats.
Yeah.
You have a signature. They both have a signature.
Absolutely.
Yes. And so would you, Betsy.
Yeah, I would like to make one.
I have a drum carder at home, and I will occasionally make bats, but I really, really love Laura and Sue's bats. So I keep buying them and spinning them.
Yeah.
And I actually have more Lewis and Jane right now.
Yeah.
So this, and it has sparkle.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is 2 different bats.
I should say, if you're not into sparkle, she does things that don't have sparkle as well.
Yeah.
And but we just like we like the sparkle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is Lewis and Jane, and I realize right now that I forgot the bobbin that I'm working on now. I have a Paisley Defender on my wheel right now.
Right.
So this is Lewis and Jane, 2 of her different sparkle bats. So it has sari silk in it.
Yeah.
and
She
sparkle.
uses a lot of different stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. And then I also have this bump of fiber.
Okay.
This was a new to me fiber person. I've been following her on Instagram for a while, Dace Fibers, and I actually got to meet her at Woolstock East.
Oh, okay.
And this is one of her Frankenbats. And
What, just a mix?
ends?
yeah, so it's got like little Tweety bits and stuff like that in it.
Okay.
And it was so much fun to spin. I sat down and I did it in 2 sittings.
Oh, okay.
So
So
I
how
just
would
went
how
right
would
through
the
it.
tweed be incorporated into a bat?
I don't know because I've never done it.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, but it gives it like a little.
Yeah, I can see
yeah.
It's so much fun.
Yeah.
So she's also going to be at the Fibre Festival.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think she and Schoolhouse Fibers have a booth together.
You know what?
Yeah.
I
I've been
will look.
paying
I will
attention.
look it up. Yeah. Well, honestly,
Yeah.
there's been so many things going on. I don't even remember like some of the. Yeah.
So
that sounds familiar.
yeah,
It
this
was-
was really fun.
We decided who was coming like 9 months ago.
Yeah.
So by the time I get there, other than the nitty gritty details, it's all a
Yeah.
big surprise for me too. download, alt delete.
And there was
so.
a method to my madness, I have to say, because it's like, I got these spun. That means that I have holes in my stash.
Yeah.
So I
yes.
get to purchase a little bit more and spin some more.
Yeah, it is fun to see. So I'm sorry that I hadn't mentioned it before. If there's other people that are coming with bats, but anyway. So again, for the spinners, I think there might not be anything there. Then there are some people there that are going to have bats that are fun.
Yeah,
lovely. Yeah. Okay. So I don't think that we need to talk anymore about the Fibre Festival. So October 23rd to the 25th. Still time. There are the classes. There's other classes that are selling out almost every day now, but there still are some spaces and classes if you want to take part in that. And so we hope to see you. It's just a week away now. Yeah, a little more than a week. Yeah. So is it?
Because this comes out on Friday.
Yeah, okay.
That's right.
Yeah, a week away. I don't know if Simone was having the same problem, but Betsy and I were completely, I don't know why we couldn't keep in our mind exactly how far away it was.
This weekend, but it is not.
Yes.
It is next weekend.
Yes.
I have a calendar right beside the Carter, and I look at it and panic. That's why.
Yeah.
Where I just never even wrote it on the calendar.
Yeah, well, we're in a better place than we were 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
We're in a much better place when we didn't have any wool.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's all good. So we really hope to see you all there. And now it's the time for the harmony part. As usual, I have no idea what it's going to be, but we'll find something. There's lots of inspiration. I usually come in when I feed the horses in the morning, and Betsy and Simone are usually here already because they come in at 8. So I always toddle over here and see what's going on for the day. Yeah, come wait for the day. Yeah. And this morning there was a little bit of frost on the ground, just a little bit of a skip, and this is just how I don't know. I guess I like it, but I was walking back from here this morning and there was the most perfect puffball of a dandelion out there that had frost on it. And it was big. It was a big one and it was perfectly symmetrical, and the frost was catching the light, and it was just, I was like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
So I picked it.
So you picked it.
I was going to take a picture of it, but then it was just
picked it.
And then just holding it up, up off the ground, the frost all melted. It was, but I was like, this was an amazing moment. But
and I picked it.
Yeah.
It makes me think of Sid the Sloth. Pine cones.
What's that?
I don't
He
remember.
picked the last dandelion, and then he was trying to tell the wildebeest or whatever that pine cones were delicious because he ate the last dandelion.
Oh.
This is an old, not that old, I guess. It's a kid's movie for Ice Age.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So he was trying, because he ate the last
He
good
ate the last
thing.
dandelion,
So
and
he's
he didn't
trying
want
to
to get
convince the
trampled by
others.
these beasts.
Oh, okay. So he tried to convince him that pine cones were just
good.
as good.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Funny. I never saw it, obviously. But anyway, I picked it because I meant to take a picture of it. But the minute I held it up and the sun, it was gone. It was like, but I think that just kind of is all what I'm all about these days. You just have to, if you have to pick the dandelion and enjoy it.
The fleeting moments.
The fleeting moments of pure joy, because it was just all sparkly, and then I was like, oops.
I could see it happening.
It
too.
melted.
I guess that's over.
Yeah. That was good while it lasted. 45 seconds. Anyway, have a wonderful 2 weeks. If we don't see you at the Fibre Festival, we'll be telling you all about it when we get back the next time. And enjoy moments when you can. I guess that's the moral of the story at the end of this. Okay.
Pick those dandelions.
Yeah. Have a great 2 weeks. We'll see you later. Bye.